Sasha is being adjusted. This is the kind of treatment her master has given hundreds of humans and 50 animals in his 4 years as a chiropractor in San Diego. Dr. Michael Winter has also manipulated horses, rabbits, and even birds. He says any animal with a spine can benefit from the skills of a trained chiropractor.
Any chiropractor that understands how to adjust a human spine, if he's familiar with the anatomy of an animal, can certainly adjust it.
Winter says several zoos around the country have chiropractors on staff, but his offers to help solve health problems of San Diego zoo animals have never been accepted. Apparently, chiropractors have been treating animals for many years, but Dr. Winter's recent newspaper ad may move the issue to a final showdown. The California Board of Veterinary Medicine charges that Winter may be breaking the law. They claim he's diagnosing and treating animal medical problems for pay in violation of the veterinary code. The issue is not unlike the now settled clash between medical doctors and chiropractors over treatment of humans. It may once again take court action to resolve the latest conflict between chiropractors and an older, more established medical discipline.
Chiropractors are the established experts as it relates to the spine. And whether it's human or an animal, that is our territory, and we're the best equipped to deal with those kind of problems.
Winter says he's not really treating illness, but that chiropractic adjustments remove interference from the nerves, so the body, human or canine, can use its own healing powers. Bob Lawrence, News Center 39.
Cheryl Morrell has been on the San Diego police force for 6 years. 6 months ago, she got her first partner, Clodo, a German Shepherd.
I really never had a human partner before, but having the dog as a partner, his senses are so keen. He can smell people before I even realize they're nearby. Psychologically, I think that's the biggest impact he has in the field.
Clodo was one of several dogs the San Diego police purchased earlier this year from a breeder in Germany. Now it looks as if Clodo may be going on a working vacation back to his native country. Morrell and Clodo have been selected to represent the United States in the International Police Dog Championships in West Germany in October. Morrell will be only the second woman invited to compete in the 30-year history of the event. Morrell has to raise $3,000 to make the trip and could use some help from the community. Clodo may well be the best dog on the entire U.S. team, and he's expected to do well in Germany. But first, he has to get there, and a lot depends on you. Margaret Radford, 10 News, East County Bureau, Lakeside.
Clodo has only been on the San Diego PD for a year, but now his career is over. The reason? Hip dysplasia, a hereditary joint disease common in American-bred shepherds but rare in German-born dogs. Clodo's service was short, but his partner says he's been a good member of the force and a good friend.
Oh, every dog has an individual personality. Some of them are real playful. Some of them are, real defensive. They sit back and growl at everybody. Clodo has a personality of friendliness toward everybody.
Clodo cost $2,500, including training, but the supplier has already replaced him with another shepherd free of charge. Even without the rigors of police work, Clodo may only be able to live another 2 years or so before suffering severe problems because of his dysplasia and arthritis. But during that time, he'll be in familiar surroundings. He now belongs to handler Cheryl Morrell, a lifelong dog lover who plans to see to it that Clodo is a happy, productive civilian.
I will still keep him in training, and what I hope to do is get him involved in the county search and rescue team because he's an excellent tracker.
And with retirement, some special perks. A year's supply of dog food from a pet food maker, and what at least people think is a dog's dream, his own fire hydrant. From San Diego Police Headquarters, Bob Lawrence, News Center 39.
Tonight we have the story of the comeback of Clodo. He's a police dog who was put out to pasture 5 months ago with a bum hip. But as Bob Lawrence reports, Clodo's back for another try.
It was a bittersweet ceremony on the patio of San Diego Police Headquarters 5 months ago. A loyal world champion police dog had to retire, years before his useful service should have been over. But Clodo was usually in such pain that it appeared pointless and cruel to expect the dog to continue serving and protecting alongside handler Cheryl Morrell. And this is Clodo today. Yes, the same dog, with the same talents, but no pain. It was so certain that Clodo's condition was going to be permanent that Officer Morrell was already assigned and working with a new dog when it was found there was a way of correcting Clodo's problem. This is what apparently brought about the change. Where veterinarians claimed there was no cure, chiropractor Michael Winter said he believed he could help.
I checked out the dog. I was able to determine some spinal misalignments and corrected them. MDs and veterinarians aren't trained to do that.
Winter has come under attack from veterinarians who claim what he's doing with animals is unethical. But he says it is as valid as what he is trained and licensed to do for people. Even walking like this was painful to Clodo after an injury while on duty in January, which led to the premature retirement. Now his handler says the dog functions as well as ever.
Very amazing. I'm so happy to have the dog back in the field. I can't believe that he's back in the field with me now.
Winter says Clodo will have to receive 1 chiropractic treatment a month to maintain his good condition. The doctor is doing the treatments free of charge, and since helping Clodo, has worked on one other lame San Diego police dog, which is also healthy and back in service. The dogs don't resist the treatment.
As they start feeling better, they know who's doing it, so they relax and let me adjust them, just the same as humans do.
From Claremont, Bob Lawrence, News Center 39.
Dr. Michael Winter received official thanks today from the department. Clodo has had his own way of thanking the doc, of course. Of course.
Now his handler says the dog functions as well as ever.
Very amazing. I'm so happy to have the dog back in the field. I can't believe that he's back in the field with me now.
When your back goes out, maybe you hustle down to see your chiropractor. But what if your dog or cat is limping around the house? Could Fido stand having his neck realigned? As John Baird reports, one chiropractor is fighting hard to work magic on pets.
Good puppy, Wolfen. Okay, let's take a look at your back here. Hold on, stay.
Michael Winter has been getting the kinks out of human backs for years, but now his ad in the Yellow Pages bills him as the animal chiropractor. Winter is not a veterinarian. His ad even says so, but he feels with his training and experience, he has the right to work on animals.
Let me get on that top vertebra, Wolfen. Hold your head up. Good girl.
Winter has been fighting the vet board and the chiropractic board for years over this, and basically they think he's a pain in the neck. In fact, a 1983 letter from the chiropractic board pointed out that Winter was licensed to work the joints on the human body, not animals, and accused him of practicing vet medicine without a license. And just last fall, they wanted him to explain the term animal chiropractor. Veterinarians say that chiropractic care for animals is still a very gray area, but even the vet board admits that a lot more people are asking for it. Winter thinks it's all just a matter of money, that veterinarians want to freeze him out.
And they're like the baseball owners. They have the whole pie in the monopoly, and they don't want to give up a share of their income.
If he was currently licensed and met the standards of the Practice Act, and worked under veterinarian supervision, we'd have no problem with it.
Local Vet Association President Dr. Patricia Unger makes one other obvious point. People and pets are different.
If I learned chiropractic care on animals, I wouldn't presume to do it on people.
Because what I can do for humans, I can do for animals.
John Baird, KNST News.